One day I had a question. Why do some people achieve their goals while others do not? Hello, I am Nikita and I have been studying this question for several years. And you know what? I found the answer. It all comes down to the self-concept. This video is about it. What is self-concept? How does it affect what we choose in life? And why does the concept predetermine the result of all actions in a person's life? Let's go! Let's start with this question, which you need to ask yourself more often. Who I am and what do I need? Let's talk about it. Let's start with the fact that in the United States there was such a psychologist, Carl Rogers. By the way, one of the founders of humanistic psychology. So, Carl Rogers described such a thing as self-concept. What is it? This is how you perceive, feel yourself. That is, it's not just who you feel, but also your image of yourself, the way you see yourself. Roughly speaking, this is your I from the series I Want to Eat Pizza and your I from the category of Should I Become a Pilot. Rogers details how this self-concept is formed. Look, the baby does not separate himself from the outside world. That is, he does not feel something separate from the whole environment that surrounds him. But he definitely feels that he does not like the unpleasant sharp sound, and stroking mom like it. Then the child grows and begins to separate himself first from the whole world around him and then from his parents. And then the most interesting thing happens. So, the child does not yet have a clear self-concept. It is only being formed. He already understands what they say to him, enters into conversations himself. Perhaps he is already learning to read and write, but he cannot say for sure who he is. And then this answer is provided to him by the whole environment. The first on this list are parents. If a parent makes the child understand that he is a bat because he scattered toys, the image of the bat fits into the self-concept of the child and it's fixed in him. If the child consistently hears that he is wonderful, beloved and beautiful, this is also recorded in the program. The child grows, certain requirements arise for him, for example, study well, then the self-concept already fits not the assessments of adults, but their expectations. This is a part of a person's personality begins to contain what they want from him, and at the same time, he can't always correspond to this. Let's summarize. People don't know who they are by default from the birth, then begin to perceive themselves when they are first given some kind of emotion, love or irritation, tenderness or anger. And then, when they are evaluated, you are bad, shame on you, you are the best. Further, the self-concept is built around expectations. Everyone already knows how to try their chances, and you should study for A's, and so on. Now let's take adults who are already formed. What do their self-images consist of? If they do not have a formed I, they look for answers in foreign places. A woman must be a good housewife and successfully marry. A man must be strong and self-confident, and so on in the same spirit. Moreover, society throws up a variety of sometimes diametrically opposite ideas, starting from a woman should be soft, ending with a woman should be tough. Well, you understand. When a person does not have an image of his own I, and he does not know what he wants from life, he consistently feels that he is playing other people's roles. Here he pretends to be an employee, here he pretends to be a parent, there he pretends that he is someone's friend, and so on and so forth. And he is haunted by the feeling that he does not know what he really needs. Around everyone, they say, find yourself, don't be like everyone else, you have inner potential, and further down the list. A person stupidly does not know what is inside him at all, and he might be happy to discover this potential of his, but he doesn't even know where to dig and where to search. What influences self-concept? So let's just fix an important point. Self-concept is one of the most powerful systems of beliefs, attitudes, and ideas of a person about himself and the situation around him. It mediates stimuli from the outside world, determines the way people act, and is a key reason why they experience their life as happy or tragic. The self-concept performs important functions in the person's life. It contributes to the achievement of internal coherence of the personality. If the self-concept of a person is contradictory, it contains mutually exclusive ideas, then the person experiences discomfort. His actions in such cases are aimed either at changing the self-concept or at distorting reality in the name of eliminating discomfort. A coherent self-concept allows the individual to feel confident, to be in close contact with the reality. It determines the interpretation of a person's life experience. A person has a strong tendency to interpret his individual experience on the basis of ideas about himself. The self-concept serves as a kind of prism through which the perceived reality is reflected. For example, a person who considers himself incapable may attribute his success to chance and capable to the manifestation of his talent. Unattractive regards attention as an attempt to play a trick, and attractive as an attempt to get acquainted. A person with a positive self-concept regards a smile in his address as a manifestation of good feelings, and with a negative one as a mockery. The self-concept is a source of expectations. It affects a personal prognosis as to what should happen to him. In accordance with the self-concept, a person counts on success or failure. I, as usual, will fail, or I will succeed. It allows him to anticipate his reactions. I will be scared, or I will be cry. I take it easy. The self-concept imposes on a person forecast about the attitude and behavior of people towards him. No one will love me, they will laugh at me, I will be highly appreciated. Such as prediction has the property of self-validating prophecy. A person who expects to be criticized behaves insecurely or definitely to be thereby really provokes criticism in his address. Instead of reacting positively to the environment, the self-concept begins to change and reinforce itself, not so much predicting the consequences as provoking them. If a person's behavior is contrary to their self-concept, it will cause cognitive dissonance. Therefore, a person who has an established self-concept builds his behavior in such a way that it does not contradict his ideas about himself. Smart tends to behave in a way that is supposed to be smart. Rich in accordance with the standards of behavior of the rich known to him. A poor will skip causes to be distracted in the class and etc. Thus, the self-concept largely determines behavior and the results of this behavior. Describing himself, a person uses judgments that reflect some stable tendencies in his behavior. As a rule, these judgments are answers to the questions: who I am, the role, status, characteristics, what I am, what I want, what I can, what belongs to me. This is description of ideal and material values in possession of which is significant and important. All these characters are included in the self-concept. Some seem to be more significant, others less. The significance of individual judgments can change in different contexts, in different life situations, in different periods of life. It's all different. These self-concepts are organized hierarchically. These are more general judgments that include more particular ones. For example, I don't like poetry, or I have a strong will, and I'm a rational person. Maybe consequence of the attitude, I should never show my feelings. According to the founder of scenario analysis, Eric Berne, some of these decisions may underlie the life plan we make at an early age, and this is how the self-concept influences our whole life. So, why do we need to know our self-concept, and how can this be used for personal gain? Self-concepts can be worked on to build in successful behaviors. They can significantly improve your life, increase self-esteem, and you can also get rid of unnecessary qualities and behavior. Indeed, objectively, people can be smarter and more beautiful than they think about themselves, but the beliefs built into them and low self-esteem in the end have a bad effect on the quality of their life. How can you build in yourself a self-concept? There is a special technique for this which will be difficult to do on your own without special training or the help of a professional. I will definitely talk about it next time. However, there are some things you can do yourself right now. Where to start? It's better to start working with the self-concept by analyzing the qualities you already have and identifying the self-concepts that you would like to build in yourself to achieve your personal goals. So, there is a simple self-concept exercise. The first step: make a list of your personal qualities that you like. I have this quality and I like it. The second one: remember a few life situations when these qualities manifested themselves most clearly. The third one: associate and relive this experience. Experience the feelings that you experienced at that moment, For example, I'm brave, I like it, I'm smart, and I like it. I acted very boldly then in such and such a situation. Then I was the first to solve a difficult problem, and this surprised everyone present. The more examples, the better. Just do it and trust me. Your self-esteem will rise immediately and the energy will be born inside. Finally, dear friends, in fact, it was very important information that most people do not think about, but it directly affects life and its quality. I hope you understand the topic of the self-concept and can build it in the best way in accordance with your goals, so that what you want to be fulfilled. Of course, in one video it will not be possible to fully reveal the issue of self-worth, self-esteem and achievement of results. Therefore, watch the video about self-respect and self-esteem. Clearly revelated the topic of how to establish self-esteem once and for all at high level. It was Nikita. Bye.